And what's up, guys? It's Noah here from the Digi Bros, and so this feature match we have today. It's actually going to be the last round from last week's locals. We only had 3 rounds, and I somehow lost the files, the videos for the second round. So we are going to be looking at round 3. This is going to be the final round. And once again, we do have Digibros Levi on the right side. He is going to be playing the green hybrid that we saw him play in round 1. And on the left side, we do have Kai, who is going to be playing the Gabubond. And this is going to be more traditional, like BT6 Gabubond, opposed to the hybrid variants that have been more popular these days. So it looks like Digibros Levi is going to go on and start off by hatching the Pinamon and evolving the that's going to be the starter deck Palmon. There we go, Palmon. At the top of the Pinamon. And it looks like he's just looking at his hand. He's just going to go and throw down that Terriermon. It's really good, against blue strategies because they do have cards such as the Hammer Spark and Ice Wall and Security, being able to prevent them from gaining additional memory. So, like I said, we're just going to go and hatch Upamon and evolve the EX01 Gabumon on top of it, and playing Matt, going down to 0. And we're just looking at all the other cards at hand. We're looking down that Gabumon, the promo one, the on play. Look at the Tamers, and I think that might be the card that Kai is going to throw down. And yeah, we're just going to pass 3 back on over to Levi's side. So we're going to go and crack that top 5, hitting the Kakumon, Gabumon, another Kakumon, and it looks like none of those were Tamers. So those are going to go to the bottom of the deck and passing 3 memory on to Levi. So we're just going to go and be able to promote this Palmon here. No Tamer setup for the green hybrid side, which it's alright. It's only turn 2. But he does need to get like something going because we do have the Gabumon in the back with that mat in the raising area. So we are going to evolve into the, looks like the Metal Kabuterimon. And it looks like we're just going to go into the Peldramon all the way down to 0. So Peldramon is going to have that piercing natively as its effect, and he's just going to swing security for 7k, running straight into the Gabumon. That's going to be the BT6 one, the Gabubond, the one that restands it when attacking. So the Peldramon did live. It looks like we're just looking at the additional resources in our hand. We are looking at the that is going to be the Rhino Kabuterimon, but he's actually going to be for a full evolution cost of 3 and not the 1, because he only gets that one evolved over a hybrid with a Tamer in its source. So they're just confirming the effect right here. It's not just over hybrid, it has to be a hybrid with a Tamer in its source, so yeah. So that is going to push 3 to the Gabubond side, and then the Gabumon is going to get down promoted, gaining the additional memory and the draw off at the mat, putting us all the way up to 4 memory. So we do have the Gabumon Bond of Friendship in hand. This could be a really strong push for the Gabumon player over on the left. And it looks like we're just eyeing down our hand, trying to see what all plays we do want to make. And it looks like we're just going to swing security with the promo Gabumon, running into that Palmon. And I see that's not Stripemon, but the Lobomon in hand. I don't think you want to evolve over your mat just yet. It's a bit too early in the game. Trying to keep that up on the field so you gain additional resources down the line is probably going to be better. But that Rhino Kabuterimon is a problem. Being able to warp into the level 6s when attacking, but we do see the Gabumon coming down here, trashing the top 2 cards of security by using the effective mat. So the Gabumon is able to swing into the security, restand by its own effect, and we're going to draw a card off of the Upamon. Or it looks like we're actually going to crack the top 3 for the Gabumon first. So if we would have drawn off the Upamon, we would have been able to get that Ice Wall to hand, but it looks like that Ice Wall is just going to go to the bottom of the deck. So yeah, so that is going to be able to check that security for a big swing of 14k and returning the Rhino Kabuterimon to the bottom of the deck. And that is going to restand the Gabumon, running into another one of those Palmons and security. So just going to swing security again, returning that Terriermon to the bottom of the deck. So now the green hybrid player has no resources. Maybe if we run into a Tamer and either of those 2 security checks, but now he has no field and no Tamers. And it looks like Gabubond's just going to set up another mat, and it's going to pass turn over to the green hybrid, and the Gabubond is going to be deleted. So Gabubond seems to be in a pretty strong spot right here. The green hybrid player, Levi, he's a bit behind. Like I said, he doesn't have any Tamers on the field, doesn't have any Pokemons, anything to gain additional resources, so he's going to be able to throw down that Mimi right there. Once again, we do apologize for that glare. So that Mimi is going to push 2 over to the Gabubond player. Gonna go and hatch that Upamon, involving another one of those EX01 Gabumons. So what's really like strong with these two mat setup is a falling turn, even if green does choke. Blue to 1 memory. Whenever you promote the Gabumon, you are going to go to 3 memory from the additional mats. And it looks like you're just eyeing down the hand on what to play. And it looks like a Strabimon is going to come down. Yeah, it's going to go and put the opponent to 3 memory. So we're going to see an Ice Wall, my bad, 2 Hammer Sparks and a Gabumon off that Strabimon check. Man, these searches haven't been the most loyal for Gabubond today. So the Agumon is going to be promoted over on the green side. And just looking at the hand, so I mean, both players are about the same spot right now. Green Hybrid does have a Digimon and Tamer setup. They are both at 2 security, but with those 2 mats on the opposing side of the field, you do have to fear the Gabubond coming down next turn. And if you don't do anything about potentially the Strabimon right here, then that's potentially going to be like lethal, because you could go into the Gabumon, swing 2 checks in the Strabi for game, and that is a terrible glare, and I can't see what it is, but based off the effect right here, I'm assuming it's the Beetlemon, cracking the top 5, adding a JP and a hybrid. So it looks like he's going to add another Beetlemon and a JP off the Wind Evolved effect from the Beetlemon. And just looks like we're going back over the hand, looking at additional things to do. I definitely think we need to get some swings in here. If we do have the Thunder Laser, it could be huge right here, being able to suspend that Strabimon, being able to swing over. But instead, it looks like we're just going to swing at that security, and it's going to run into the Octomon at 7k. And then we're just going to swing with the Agumon, running into a Gabumon. And yeah, this is looking like game for the Gabubond player over here on the left. Like I said, we're just eyeing down some Tamers. We're looking at that Izzy Mimi. But if there is a Gabubond in the hand, and no, we're just going to throw down that Terramon to prevent any additional memory gaining from option cards or Digimon. But those 2 mats are going to gain those 2 additional memory, drawing those 2 cards. And so we can get a swing here and that Lobomon, which is we may do if we don't have the bonded friendship. So yeah, that looks exactly what we're going to do. And the Thunder Laser is just going to add the hand and going to draw off the effect of the Upamon. And I believe we're going to come down here with a Strabi for game. You know, traditionally, yep, you're just showing the Strabi, so that's going to be game. So that's going to wrap up game 1, going to the Gabubond player over on the left. And now we're just setting up for game 2, shuffling up each other's decks. Once again, guys, make sure to check out our links in the description. We both have the links to our Discord and our TCG player affiliate link. If there's any cards that you guys are looking for, whether they be the current set or if you're trying to go on and set up get cards for the next set, go on and check that link in the description below. And we're just going to go on and hop right in to the second game. So I believe Green Hybrid is opting to go second. This format going second is really strong. So it looks like the Gabubond player is going to mulligan, because we have been playing by the mulligan rules at our locals. And it's the same one where if you don't like your hand, you bomb deck it and draw an additional 5 cards. And that hand is not very hot over on the Gabubond player side. Looks like there are 2 Hammer Sparks, Ikakumon, Lobomon, and the Howling Memory Boost. So it looks like we're just going to go and hatch that Upamon. And yeah, we're just going to pass turn. You know, you don't want to give your opponent too much memory, 5 or 6. And you do want to hold on to those Lobomon so that way you can swing for game like we saw in game 1. Looks like green was able to catch the rookie, but with the hybrid strategies, it doesn't matter as much if you have the rookie. But with the Gabubond deck over here, you kind of need your Gabumons. So it looks like Green Hybrid's just going to capitalize on this. They're going to play both out the JP and the Mimi, pushing forward to the opponent's side. And that looks like a top deck Ice Wall as well. So yeah, I mean, at this point, I think you just need to like hard call like something from your hand. You do have 4 memory. The opponent's going to go 3, so that's exactly what's going to happen. The Kakumon's going to come down here, passing 3 back over to the opponent. And we're going to go on and raise that Agumon. And we do have a couple different hybrids in hand. We do have that JP right there. Yep, so that's going to reduce the evolution cost by 1, because JP does let you gain a memory when you evolve it. And that is going to be the Metal Kabuterimon, I believe. It's just hard to tell with the glare, and all the green hybrids conveniently look the same. They're all the little robot bug looking guys with lightning going around them. But we do evolve into the Cherrymon here. And because we do control the level 5 or higher green Digimon, we're going to be able to suspend that Mimi to go and hatch the Pinamon, evolving the Terramon on top of it. And so this Terramon right now is just going to be able to swing over the Kakumon, and he's going to have piercing from the inheritable of the JP, but he's going to run straight into that Gabumon bond of friendship and security. So Terramon is going to go down here, and so we're just going to swing into security once again with the Agumon running into the mat. Maybe you should have swung the other way around, the Agumon security, so that way he could have hit the bond of friendship, and then the Terramon over with piercing, so that way he would have lived. But looks like the Pokemon is going to come down here, going to add any combination. Or no, he's gonna not any combination, but he's gonna add a tamer or a hybrid, a tamer and a hybrid, or a tamer and a 10 warrior. So it looks like he's opting to add that Peldramon there, passing 3 memory back over to the bond side. And it looks like they do get the Gabumon, but as soon as you evolve the X01 Gabumon, you do draw the actual good Gabumon, the one that you want under your bond of friendship, the BT7 one. Once again, we're just looking at the hand, trying to see like what all plays you want to do right here. Think we might be going for, yeah, we're just going to throw down this Gabumon right here. Off chance Matt does get hit in security, being able to, you know, gain some additional memory. But there's a Terramon in the raising area, so that's not much of a play to really worry about. You're just trying to get more bodies on the field because you are super behind. The green hybrid does have the tamer set up and also has the Pokemon, but we are going to see the Howling Memory Boost come down. It's going to be able to rip the source off of the Agumon. It looks like they are opting to make the Pokemon unable to attack or block. They're just going to restand everything, promote on up that Terramon. That Terramon saying you're not going to be able to gain the additional memory from the Howling Memory Boost in the following turns. Also, the 2 Hammer Sparks that you do have in hand, you're not going to be able to play them. So we're going to go and swing with Agumon into security. He's going to run into that Gabumon. I see another Terramon in hand, so we may be able to just attack in security with this current Terramon that is on the field. But we are going to evolve the Peldramon on the top of the Mimi. We're going to gain the 2 memory from the Pokemon. And once again, we do have that terrible glare right there, but that is the Peldramon. He does have that 7k piercing. So he's just going to be able to swing into that security at 7k. And running it over a Lobomon security. Yeah, so he's just going to live that fun. I feel like swinging with Terramon right here is fine, because you do have that Terramon in hand. So if this one does go down, so you're like really pressuring your opponent. Yeah, so it looks like we just played one here. If you're going to play one anyway, I feel like attacking with the other one would have been much better. So we're going to be able to promote on up that Gabumon to gain the additional memory and draw. But with a full 5 security left and a field full of Digimon, it's looking like it's going to be very hard for the Gabubond player to counteract this field, especially with those 2 Terramons on the field. Maybe if they weren't on the field, you could gain additional resources from your Howling Memory Boost, being able to gain up 2 memory. But we're just looking at the hand. I know we do have the Ice Ball in hand, so we might see some Ice Ball shenanigans to delay a turn, but we're just going to go in and swing into that security with the Gabumon, drawing a card off the Upamon, but he's going to run into that Rhino Kabu Terramon in security, and that's not really going to be able to do too much for you. And we did draw an option card. I can't tell which one it is. I believe it is going to be the Trident Resolver. That's not the name of it, but the one that gives a plus 2k and when attacking return opponent's level 3 in hand. I don't recall the name of it, but it's a really good card at, you know, counteracting your opponent's rookies. It basically has the effect of Kendaguru. So yeah, it looks like we're just going to go in and scoop up the game here. And, you know, Blue was just super far behind, not opening any rookies that game. So yeah, so that's just going to wrap up game 2, guys. Alright, moving on to the last game of the finals from last week's locals. We're currently 1-1 going into game 3. Who's going to take this green hybrid or the Gabumon? I know a bunch of you fans out there, big fans of the Gabubond strategy. BT6 was one of the healthiest formats we had for the longest time. I know a lot of people are going to disagree with that. That the bond mechanic was super broken. That well, okay. Post limited Ice Ball, I feel like Gabumon is such a better deck. It's not as oppressive as Blue Hybrid is, and we all know that's such a disruptive deck. So I know there's still a bunch of fans of the Gabumon out there. So we're going to go and start. We're going to hatch that Pinamon and throwing down that Pokemon. And we're going to crack the top 5. And we're going to be able to add, I believe, the Metal Kabuteramon. May have been the Beetle one. Once again, they both look the exact same. Alright, so we're going to go and hatch that Upamon, evolving the Gabumon on top of it and drawing that Strabimon. Strabimon being able to come down, looking at the top 3, looking for a tamer and a hybrid amongst them, and it looks like we're just going to whiff on that one. And I'll put those to the bottom of the deck. Running into a couple of our other like big level 4s, like the Ikakumon being able to attack over your opponent's Digimon without evolution sources, so like being able to attack over like this Pokemon right here and stuff like that. Yep, and it looks like we're just going to evolve right here. And yep, I was going to say make sure to draw for evolving. It looks like you also drew the Octomon. That's just another big body. Like I said, this is more or less untouched from like the previous format. The only changes with like the Ice Wall going to 1. So it looks like the Pokemon is just going to be able to swing out that security, running into another Ikakumon. If it's not going to be deleted by one Ikakumon, it's going to be deleted by another. So looks like Green Hybrid's just going to throw down the Mimi, passing turn over to the Gabubond player. We're probably just going to get like a big swing here with the Ikakumon and the Gabumon, being able to take out 2 of their security. And it looks like we are just going over her hand. Maybe we want to evolve over the Gabumon before swinging. No, I'm just going to run into that security and 7k into that Cherrymon. And I'm probably going to get a swing on here from the Ikakumon as well. But it looks like we're just going over hand. It looks like there aren't any rookies in it. So it looks like there's just going to be a hard call on the Octomon, which I did not know only had a play cost of 5. So that's just going to put the opponent back to 3, which they were going to start at anyway from the Mimi that's on the field. And that glare is absolutely terrible. Once again, we do apologize for the inconvenience, but looks like we're going to evolve the Mimi into a hybrid. Looks like we are eyeing down that Beetlemon. I believe it's Beetlemon. Once again, all the hybrids for green. They're robot bug looking Digimon with the lightning around it, so it's really hard to tell. And that is going to be the Beetlemon. The best way for me to tell, honestly, especially from a distance like this, is to look at its evolution cost, because the male Kabuterimon does have the altered evolution cost unlike the Beetlemon. So it looks like we're going to be able to grab that Rhino Kabuterimon off the effect of the Beetlemon when evolved to look at the top 5, adding a JP and a hybrid amongst them to hand. So we're probably going to see some shenanigans with the Rhino Kabuterimon coming down next, being able to evolve for 1 over that Beetlemon and swinging and being able to evolve into the level 6, whether it be Ancient Troymon or the Ancient Beetlemon. So yeah, it looks like he's just going to be able to evolve for 1 here. And we're probably going to get that done. I can't see the hand of Green Hybrid too well, so I can't tell which level 6 is, but it's going to be either the Ancient Troymon or the Beetlemon. So it looks like he's going to swing, pay 3, and yep, that's going to be the Ancient Troymon coming down here. Going to be able to check that security at 13k. If you do run into the Bond of Friendship here, you will be deleted, but it looks like we are going to just run into the mat instead. And it looks like we're just clarifying what exactly Ancient Troymon does here, explaining that, you know, when you attack, I can suspend up to 2 of your other Digimon. So it's a really strong boss monster, especially whenever you're low on, you know, monsters like this. And he's also really good against Gabubond himself, because whenever Gabubond attacks or restands, the Ancient Troy will be able to resuspend it. So neither of these Digimon that are currently on the field, neither the Kakumon or the Octomon, are currently able to swing over the Ancient Troymon. So if we do swing security, looks like we're just going to swing security with the Octomon, and he's going to use the effect to suspend the Kakumon, running to another Ancient Troymon and security. So this isn't too great, because now the Ancient Troymon the following turn is going to be able to swing over the Octomon, and we might be missing a rookie again here. Yep, looks like we're just going to hard call the Corgimon, going to be able to draw 2 cards. Looks like we did draw into a Gabumon, so there might be some Gabumon plays, but that's not going to be for another 2 turns. And green is going to be very controlling up until then, being able to swing over the Kakumon right here probably. And Corgimon, if it does try to swing, if it doesn't like die to like security, then it's just going to be attacked over by the Ancient Troy in the following turn. So yeah, so the Ancient Troymon is just going to swing over the Kakumon here, throwing down another Pokemon, just looking for some additional resources, probably grabbing a Tamer here. And it looks like we hit 4 Tamers off that. Looks like we're taking the JP and the Rhino Kabuterimon, the Beetlemon. I couldn't tell which one it was. A combination of the glare and them all looking the same. So the JP is going to come down here, passing 3 to the opponent. And we did top deck the Hammer Spark, so that may be good as long as the Terramon's not in rotation, which it currently isn't on the field. But that Gabumon is going to come down now. I'm probably going to get a swing in right now with the Cortramon, which is exactly what we're going to do, and it's going to live, swing into that Palmon and security. So we are eyeing down that blue memory boost, potentially looking for some key combo pieces. It looks like there is already a bond in hand. So the following turn is potentially a really strong turn for the blue hybrid, but there's just a ton of threats on the field. There is the Tamer that's already on the field, and then 1, 2, 3 Digimon already. So Shrybumon is going to come down here. Shrybumon is going to whiff, unfortunately. Once again, Shrybumon's been whiffing alongside. Alright, so it looks like the Ice Wall is about to come down now, and that is going to be able to leave the opponent at just 1 memory. So I'm guessing that's JP and not the Mimi in the background. So yeah, that's going to be able to prevent them a turn. Is it enough to be able to get the Gabubond the win? I don't know, as long as the Ancient Troymon is on the field. So it looks like we're going to be able to gain a memory, and a combination of the Bokumon and the inheritable of the JP, not inheritable, but the effect of the JP, just explain that he gains him a memory. And that's going to be the Metal Kabuterimon. When evolved over to JP, is suspend one of the opponent's Digimon. So the Ancient Troymon is going to be on the field, and that's going to stop any the Gabubond plays right here. It was pretty good back and forth, you know. Looks like Blue was starting to make the comeback here. But I don't know, we did just evolve into that ancient, not Ancient Troymon, but the Rhino Kabuterimon. And so he's going to swing and pay 3 memory. I feel like that's just going to give the opponent 4 memory, because he's going to pay 2 to attack because of the Ice Wall, and then an additional 3 memory from his own effect. So that may not be the best play right here. I probably wouldn't have evolved over this. I probably would have got 2 checks in, whether it be attacking over the opponent's Digimon. So yeah, it looks like he's going to pay 2 for the attack with the Rhino Kabuterimon, and it looks like we are opting to use the effect. And I think now, realizing exactly what's going to happen, is going to be able to start the opponent with 4 memory, and it looks like instead just opting to attack over the Cortramon. And that should have been a piercing check because it does have the inheritable from the JP, but it looks like neither player caught that. So, oh yeah, no, looks like he is catching it. So that should have been the piercing check, running it to the Gabumon on infringement. Probably shouldn't have mentioned it, but you know, you gotta maintain your game so your Digimon does have the piercing. So we're going to promote that Gabumon. We're going to gain the additional memory from the mat, and it looks like we're just going to swing with the Strabumon. And that's going to suspend the Gabumon. And it looks like you're just opting, you know, they're like, hold on, give me a second, let me think about this. I don't know if I actually want to attack with a Strabumon right now. See if I can do something about that Ancient Troymon first. It looks like we are eyeing down that Hammer Spark in security. Not Hammer Spark security, but Hammer Spark in hand. Going to go up to 3 memory. And trashing the top 2 for the bond right here. But unfortunately that's not going to be enough, because once you do swing with that bond and restand, the effect of the Ancient Troymon will be able to suspend the 2 of them. So it looks like we're just resolving all of our when attacking effects, adding that mat off the EX01 and drawing off that Upamon, sending the other 2 cards to the bottom. But now the Ancient Troymon is just going to trigger to suspend both the Strabumon and the Gabubond. So we're going to send the Strabumon, not the Strabumon, but the Pokemon back to the bottom of the deck from the effect of the Gabumon when attacking. That's just going to check the Ancient Beetlemon and security. And now it looks, we're just realizing that it's going to be game. Trashing our last 2 security. With that, I don't know, that Ancient Troymon was actually like really strong this whole match. We saw it in both last game and this game, being able to come in, like, help control the board for a green hybrid, so that way they don't get out tempoed by these really strong blue cards like the Hammer Sparks that we see right here. So we're just going to hit the double Hammer Spark up, evolving into the Lobomon, going down to 0. Looks like we are going to gain that last security check, but it doesn't really matter unless there's no other way for us to suspend any of our other Digimon, and I'm pretty sure Gabumon knows that by now. And it looks like they're just trying to play it out. You know, and this, once again, it's locals, you know, having a good time, and just looking at the cards in their hand. I think we might play down that mat right there, just because you can play down the mat, and then yep, ancient choices gonna swing. All right, guys. Once again, I am Noah from the Digi Bro. All right, peace.